Good morning, science learners. Today we are going to be working in your journal. So if you've got it nearby, you need to make sure that you have it with you today. And that's the journal that you set up and created for me with your glossary and your norms and your name and your table of contents that have been going on. If you don't have your journal set up, you need to double back while those videos are still on line with us and set your journal up so that you can join us in our science exploration. Our question today is, what tools do scientists use? And we are going to know we have accomplished something, we have been successful when we create a journal page for scientific sketching. We update the journal page in the journal table of contents, right? Let me fix that. Table of contents. And we use scientific sketching, in particular, the A, B, C, D, and E rule. All right, so our tools today is going to be a tool that you don't even think of when you think of tools, because I know when I think of science tools, I think of like equipment, like magnifying glasses and pipettes and chemistry sets and all the rest of the stuff. But this time we're using a tool, that the most used scientific tool of all. I'm going to see if you can't guess what that is by the end of our lesson today. So step one, you're going to need today your journal, like I said, but your most important bits of equipment today are, of course, a pencil and a lovely eraser, okay? Because you're going to be using both for sure. And then you're going to need some colored pencils or crayons, whatever that you've got at home, okay? Like I said, if you don't have your journal with you, you can always do this on a sheet of paper, and we can add it to your journal when I hopefully see you in class sometime. And then, this is so strange today, I need you to go outside and get a leaf. Yeah, that's what I said. Go outside and get a leaf. I hope it's not raining today. Miss Hudson picked some lovelies to kind of get, and I ended up using this one because it's the biggest. But I got this one that has some really interesting spots on it. Do you see that? And then I found this one, and I was like, whoa, it's so colorful. And so you can pick a leaf. You only need to use one. So if you're like Miss Hudson, you pick more than one, you got to pick your favorite. And so I picked this as my favorite today because it's nice and big, and it's got dark splotches in various spots that look cool. And so I chose this leaf as the one I was going to use on my scientific sketching experiment page. Okay, so pencil and eraser, journal, colors, leaf. We are going to need a magnifying glass or a lens. If you were here at school, I'd let you borrow mine for sure. But if you don't have one, don't stress it. Get yourself a cup or a glass that has cleared. Put a little water in the bottom, and then, believe it or not, you're making a magnifying glass that you can use to see your leaf up close. Oh, cool. You see, I can look through the water and through the glass, and it magnifies my leaf, just like a magnifying glass would. So don't stress it if you don't have a magnifying glass at home. Don't stress mom and dad out. Say, oh, Miss Hudson needs me to go and buy a magnifying glass. I do not. Find a clear glass at home, put a little water in the bottom, look through the water and the glass onto the leaf, and it magnifies it as well, or probably better than a magnifying glass would here at school. Can you believe it? Who knew? All right, so let's start out with our first guideline for success. Create a journal page for scientific sketching. So what I want you to do today is on page 2. Do you see where it says page 2 in your journal? I want you to write the words scientific sketching at the top. Now, Miss Hudson goes pretty quick, but I have a lot to do in a short amount of time. You can always pause the video and come back. Yeah, because I want it spelled correctly. Scientific sketching at the top. And then on the page, right here on the side, I want you to write A, B, C, D, E. It's the first 5 letters of the alphabet. And this is a way to help us remember what we need to do when we use scientific sketching. All right, and I'm going to sit a little closer. And you can pause me right here because I want you to write down what the letters actually mean. The A stands for accurate. Scientific sketches have to be accurate. They have to be true to life because we're not drawing pink elephants on parade or clouds or anything like that. We are drawing things as they actually are in nature. Scientific sketches have to be big. The idea is to show or demonstrate something. Scientific sketches have to be colorful. You need to add color to them so that they mimic life. Scientific sketches have to be detailed. You are providing information, not artistic expression, okay? And the most important one of all, of course, they save for last. Scientific sketching has to explain something. It's teaching. You're showing your knowledge. You're showing how you can observe. What does that word mean? Observe. Do you know what it means to observe? We have to talk about that again. So do me a favor, write this down, and that will help us accomplish our first goal, which was create a journal page for scientific sketching. All right, now we need to update our journal table of contents, right? So you need to flip to your table of contents page and put today's date, which should be 8/27. And then the title is going to be Scientific Sketching. And we located that on page 2. So take a minute, update your table of contents page, pause the video, 8/27, Scientific Sketching, page 2. Good job. All right, so step 1, you're going to take that lovely pencil and you're going to take your lovely leaf, and then on your page, you're going to lay the leaf down, and I want you to sketch completely around the leaf, right? See, there's my leaf, and there I have traced completely around the leaf. Do you see it? That means it's accurate. And see, and it's big. I'm doing the A and the B, right? All right, now I need to take that magnifying glass or that cup of water, and I need to take a real good look at my leaf. I need to take a real good look at it. Something I notice about my leaf is that all the edges are jagged. I don't know if you can see that or not. All the edges are jagged. So I need to go back to my sketch, and I need to make all the edges jagged. Now, I always get some student that tells me, Miss Hudson, I can't draw. Well, we're not drawing. We're sketching. And it's not how it looks to me or to your neighbor. It's how it looks to you. That's the important part. And we're drawing or sketching rather to communicate the idea of information. So Miss Hudson is like the worst artist in the world, but I'm pretty good at scientific sketching. So I don't need to hear what you can and can't do. I want to see try, okay? All right, so taking a look at my leaf, I notice there's that great center yellow line that runs from my stem to the tip. And then there are bunches of little bitty offshoot lines, but they're not lined up with each other. So one's one side, one goes here. You see what I mean about not lined up with each other? They're not lined up. coming off the same spot off the stem. So I'm going to do all my little ones coming off. Yeah, not bad, huh? Not bad. I bet yours looks awesome. All right. And then notice if I take a closer look, I can add more to my stems because they're even smaller branching arms coming off of the other arms. And so what am I doing right now? I am adding those details. And that's the D, isn't it? That's the D, the details. And so I could go through and I could add all the little lines that I could want in my drawing, right? So I'm adding that detail to that sketch. All right, and now I know that there are dark spots. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in those dark spots. In particular, I got a big one right there on the edge. Do you see it? So I'm going to look at my leaf. I'm going to use my observation skills. And I'm going to add that dark spot. I'm just going to shade it in with my pencil so I know what. And there's some on the other side too. Little. And you know your leaf better than anybody. So the more you look at it, I think the more you're going to notice, the more you're going to observe. All right. So when I get done, my leaf looks like this. That's not bad, Miss Hudson. That's not terrible bad at all. So far we've got the accurate, we've got the big, we've got the detailed. So what are we missing? The colorful and the explained. And remember, the explained is the most important part. So what we're going to do is I want you to take a little bit of colors. I've got some colored pencils here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some color to my leaf. And my leaf is pretty green, pretty uniformly all over green, except for those dark spots. But your leaf might look a whole lot different. And if I had chosen this leaf, of course, I wouldn't be using a whole lot of green, would I? It's only a tiny bit of green on that leaf and a whole lot of yellow. So it really depends on your leaf, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm adding color to my leaf. There we go. And then I can go back over brown and get a brown, and I can go over those spots that I added to really make them stand out. Add a little bit of brown to my stem. Oh man, it's starting to shape up, isn't it? So that's A, B, C, D. And now we're on to E, the explained part, okay? The explained part is where I take my word observations and add them to my drawing or to my sketch, because in science, it's so important to have those words along with pictures. So I'm going to definitely notice that the edge is jagged. And there are spots, dark spots. And I'm going to notice that there's a knot down here on the stem. Do you see how I've added words to my sketch? This is scientific sketching. Cool, huh? All right. So just to go over real quick, I want you to stop right there. I might ask you to do one more thing on it a little bit later, but not today, right? Today, did we create a journal page for scientific sketching? Did we update our table of contents so that it includes scientific sketching on page 2? And did we use our scientific sketching, A, B, C, D, E, to create a documented observation of a leaf? We sure did. Thank you, guys. I was going to say, good job. I can't wait to see these. I'm just so excited at the thought of it, okay? So do your best. Take your time. Miss Hudson did that pretty fast. But do a good job, because I know you can. I've seen some really awesome ones in the past that students have done for me. And lots. They even told me how the leaf feels. Oh, that would have been a good one to do. Oh, I need to go back and make that observation, where it was smooth and where it was bumpy. So it was rough underneath. Put a lot of good explained observations on there for me, okay? All right. Thank you, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.